The Los Angeles Chargers were granted rights in Greece, and the Washington Commanders were granted rights in the UAE. So the two new markets, you got 4 new clubs, 2 new markets, Greece being a new market with the Chargers, and UAE being a new market with the LA Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Washington Commanders. Again, big picture now, 29 NFL clubs in 21 markets, again, with the focus of building resonance and relevance in those markets and fandom and combining efforts with the league in doing that. So we don't know timing, and it's really an if in terms of whether we'll play a game there. What I will say is that's a market where there's strong interest in our game, strong interest in growing our game on a year-round basis. I think that's why you see 3 clubs raising their hand with interest there. And it's a market we'll continue to explore. We've done some exploratory trips there to understand the viability of a potential regular season game in the market. But Sam, we got more work to do there in terms of what that looks like over this next stretch. But obviously an important market, and one which has hosted significant events in other sports in recent years, whether that's NBA or global soccer or F1. So there are learnings there, but we're going to do it as we try to in all of these markets in the right, thoughtful, cadenced way. As we've made decisions to come into more markets, the Australia announcement being a big one, that was a statement announcement, and that has only ratcheted up the interest from other parts of the world, not only around games, but working with the league on a year-round basis in terms of how do we partner in the right ways to grow the game together. So definitely high interest, Sam. Clearly, with rights in the market, you're activating year-round, and then the game is an inflection point. So good examples from this year coming up will be obviously the Steelers. Rights in Ireland, this is an inflection point. Similarly, the Dolphins in Spain have had rights in Spain for a while. This is an opportunity to really shine a spotlight and propel those forward. Colts with rights in Germany. So a lot of factors go in the schedule, but certainly that is one of them where you try to line that up, both as a designated team, and some cases where possible, look at, is there an opponent that may make sense given their rights there as well? You really look at where the opportunity is. You look at what's the state of the fan base today, where is there that interest, what does it look like, and then what does the potential look like? What's the potential to grow that fan base, build relevance? What are the barriers there? In some places there may be real opportunity down the line, but there are a lot of barriers. So it starts with where can we really accelerate fandom and cultural relevance, and then what's the strategic and ultimately financial opportunity down the line. So we've obviously selected these new markets that we're going into very strategically. Brazil was that choice last year, Spain this year, Australia next year. We'll learn, and that's what we're doing. We take a country like Australia. Australia is a great sporting market, an opportunity where you've got some similar sports to American football, where you can transition athletes. The next Olympic Games after LA is in Brisbane 32, so you certainly think about that. We talked with the ownership this morning about the 7 things that really will drive our success in these markets, and flag is very core to those, as well as building local heroes and building that connection. Jordan Mailata is probably the greatest example of that, the first player out of the IPP, International Player Pathway Program, to now win a Super Bowl. This was the highest rated Super Bowl in Australia ever. We announced a game. Eagles have rights in Australia. Jordan is a star player, really strong viewership. So you start to draw some of those lines. So to your core question, it all connects, and flag's a big part of that.